That was the cat issue, yeah.
Yeah. So don't worry about that. If people are upset, I know that that's cat issues. That's not that big of a deal. Nothing wrong there.
Yeah, I was trying to clear it, but whenever I clicked it, it would just say 100 is not affected yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about that. The other thing um, so when an officer tells you he's changing his roles, like if he's going to K9 or he's going to traffic unit or something like that, they're encouraged through their SOPs to do that over the radio, so that way all of their units know.
No, I know. The thing
Dude,
I was
don't
saying
interrupt
is
them.
they were waiting
Stop
for me to
talking.
answer. And I was just letting them know you don't have to get my attention to do that. You could just say it over.
Right.
I wasn't saying don't say it over radio. I was saying you don't have to get my attention to do it. Actually update that stuff.
Right. So hang on, don't interrupt me for a second. Let me finish telling you so that way I don't lose my what I'm thinking here. I know that what you mean is you don't have to necessarily grab my attention because I'm not the person who's changing it. I get what you're saying 100%. I think what they're doing or what they think they should be doing per their SOPs is saying just hey in general, but instead of saying hey in general, they're saying dispatch, I'm changing myself to this, and then they're just letting you know, but basically saying dispatch so that way everybody knows. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand that. It's just the thing that's been happening is they've been saying stuff uh like your call sign, for example, 9214 at dispatch, and then waiting for me to answer, and then saying it instead of just saying uh, dispatch, show me look. Like I'm saying, you don't have to get my attention to so.
Okay, that makes sense. I think the best way to change this or adjust this would be just instead of me telling a bunch of departments to not do it this certain way, even though it makes sense to me and you, it might just be better if they just continue to just grab our attention if that's what they think they need to do. You
The
okay?
thing is, when they're doing that, they continue to do it like either in the middle of 100 or like someone called the traffic over it, and I'm forgetting for the traffic stop, and then they do it, and then it takes my attention away. And also when I press halt, which is my key to like transmit over radio,
Mm,
um, when I press alt to do that, it also takes me out of text.
okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's just a big inconvenience, and I have ADHD, so it's hard for me to focus on both. So,
I get it 100%. So yeah, I don't even know what to say to this.
He just wants to argue back. Just say
yeah,
clear.
hey,
Clear. Clear.
I'm saying, everyone just be aware you don't have to get my attention.
Don't do that.
Update yourself. That's all I've been saying.
Okay, yeah, no, I get it, and I've heard you multiple times, and I agree with you at some points. Maybe let's just try for here on out, just say clear. And I know that it takes away from your box, especially with alt being your. If you can change to another key, maybe, and see if that helps you.
I'm just so used to all it would be such an inconvenience.
Okay, but habits need to be relearned there. Okay. I just don't want to like. I just think that instead of like our issue is, and it's not, again, it's not that big of an issue and it's not a problem and you're not in trouble for this. I just don't want to go to the multiple departments we have and try to change all these people, and when I can just say, hey, all you have to say on the radio is clear, because they're gonna do it. We've got way too many people who are used to doing it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I say let's kind of adjust to it and kind of because again, when you're saying attention units, you don't have to do this. That's like you're doing a lot more than just telling them clear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we at some kind of?
So if I'm in the middle of writing and they call it, should I just wait to respond?
I would 100% be okay with you waiting to respond, just because that's the way I am. I'm like you. That's why I say I get what you mean. I want to finish what I'm doing before I start something else. Especially if they're hitting me to tell me something that's not really important to what's going on right now. So I say, if you can answer them and say go ahead, or if you can't, then just finish what you're doing. And the more you do something, the faster you get at it. So you're fine to continue to do what you're doing and just work on getting faster. So that way you don't take away time from officers, but also from yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, will do. Yeah, will do.
Okay. We're at some good, like we're at a compromise right now. You're good, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate you talking to me about this.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem.
All right, yell if you need anything, okay?
Yeah, will do. I've been I've been scanning every other radio that on an NBC radio. Like SA will switch to their radio. Because right now, like when I was dispatching, this is all radios for this one.
How do you like the scanning feature? It gets to be a little much for me.
Because all I do is I get a safe radio, and we just say, ever all a safe code be advised, getting your radio. If you dispatch, just give me a holler. It might take like sometimes I don't have to doing.
And this kid's talking about how he gets too busy, but he wants to scan.
Yeah, I don't.
I see. All right. Interesting.
Yeah. So sometimes I'll accidentally say over BCS radio, go ahead. No.
I see what you